Hey, hey. All right, Pisces. Let's get into this, Pisces. All right, so we're going to take a look at whatever the kind of like the deeper energy is, since we're inside the temple. And I always think that is inside the heart space, the inner self. We have forgiveness. Forgive the past. It is over. Learn from it and let it go. People are constantly changing and growing. And it's really awesome because this, of course, is year of the snake, year of the serpent. So if that's a message from the internal temple, that's actually a really great message as a whole. I know easier said than done, but it almost feels like for Pisces, this might not be difficult. This might be right where they're intuitively at, and they're like, you know what, I got to let some stuff go because if someone disappointed me, let me just say, in another lifetime, maybe they would have been mature enough not to have done the things they did. I hope for their sake that they grow and they learn. But I'm not going to hold on to this and let it wreck my life. We have a Four of Swords, and then we have this Page of Cups. Look, as much as Pisces seems to be healing and letting some things go, whoever hurt Pisces actually would like very much to say sorry. They do have their hands tied here. This does look like someone who, I mean, maybe they felt like they were between a rock and a hard place. God, we have the Sun and we have the Ten of Pentacles. I honestly think in this case, although somebody was unable to go forward with Pisces, I think the act of Pisces giving them forgiveness without them even getting to the point of saying, I'm sorry, the fact that Pisces will have healed long before they get an apology, which they will get an apology from this person. But I think Pisces is already going to be involved in a very beautiful connection. This is very much about love. There's a divinely guided, possibly Leo or Earth sign on the horizon for Pisces. There is another better lover where I think this person of the past, I mean, remember when they were just a page, maybe they were never going to be suited to Pisces, or they were never going to be mature enough to be in this very serious long-term commitment. Perhaps they always were destined to not be able to go the distance with Pisces, but it's going to be okay. By the time Pisces hears an apology from them, Pisces' entire life will have become so crystallized, so clear. They will be in such a secure relationship. I feel like their money's getting better. I feel like everything is growing because of the moment that Pisces chose the path of forgiveness. I'm going to give somebody forgiveness and let myself heal, even though I haven't even heard the apology from them yet. But that is like flipping on the light switch or the great, idea bulb and making it so that Pisces has so much positivity in their life from here on out. It definitely feels like this is just what Pisces needed to do to change their circumstances, change their outcome, change the entirety of their life and how it was going to go. We have a Five of Swords here. Five of Swords says, I honestly think that Pisces has dodged a bullet. This person who wants to say sorry, they would have brought chaos and conflict to Pisces, endless chaos and conflict. Maybe that is what they did. And although they're still sorry for that, I don't know, the fact that their hands are tied, it's almost like they're in handcuffs. Maybe this person created some big drama in Pisces' life. Look, they might actually, if they were intending to come in and say sorry, and instead they discover that Pisces is happily ever after with someone else, they might actually show their true colors and be like, well, you know what? I'm not sorry after all. This doesn't really look that great, to be honest. I do think Pisces is going to recognize how fortunate that they are that they didn't end up with this person of the past. Now, again, they will have already moved on from this person long before they ever get an apology from this person. But I think that there was always going to be conflict with that individual. Tell me, I care more about this. How is Pisces getting here? The day Pisces chooses to forgive that person from the past, or let me put it this way, forgive what they endured. I'm not a big fan of giving forgiveness. If somebody does something heinous, I'm like, no, you don't. It's not, you're the victim. You are not obligated to give anybody forgiveness. You can forgive your own poor little sweet self for having had to go through hell. But I do not believe in like, okay, let me forgive them. I think that's forcing the victim to somehow have to, like, the victim doesn't have to do anything. You don't have to do shit. that's how I feel. You don't have to do anything. You can, though, for your own self, move on and say, maybe that person was damaged. I can comprehend that it will be best for me to allow myself to heal from what I had to go through. And I kind of feel like that to me, I can totally support. So giving one's own sweet self the forgiveness, like I forgive us for having to go through this. I can heal, whatever method it takes. I mean, I think a bigger person than me could probably forgive somebody who hurt them. I don't like to push that on a character that was clearly the victim. I don't believe in doing that. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I'm sassy about it. I want to protect my Pisces and say, you don't have to forgive them, but this gentle encouragement is for Pisces themselves to like heal, allow themselves to heal, however they do that, because it's going to be the best for Pisces. And then that like turns their life around. This allowing Pisces' own self to heal is what brings this in. And I said, how? Well, we have a King of Cups. It's almost like the emotional waves bring this joyful, wonderful person into Pisces' life. This person's a perfect catch. It feels like the more Pisces lets themselves heal from this person of the past who created conflict and drama in Pisces' life, the more they allow themselves to heal from that, and they start to say, you know what, I want people that smile a lot. I want people that are nice and fun. I want the exact opposite of what I had. I don't want somebody's harsh words and drama. I would like somebody that makes me feel like supported and loved. That's what's really valuable to me in a connection. I think instantly Pisces has an easy time of meeting that kind of a person. 7 of Pentacles. I mean, this could literally happen within a week of Pisces saying, you know what, I'm going to practice the art of forgiveness and tell myself I'm allowed to heal from what happened, and tell myself I am ready to be happy. I would like to laugh with somebody. I would like to meet someone that is like trustworthy and enjoyable and emotionally available, that doesn't bring drama. And I'm telling you, this could happen in a week's time. 7 of Pentacles can be the seeds that we plant and then we watch them grow. That can be, we take the action of planting something, and some seeds sprout really, really fast. Others take longer. It all depends. I would say this is very fertile ground, the heart space, the head space that Pisces is in, to make these determinations. Wow, this is with tons of confidence. I think Pisces' version of like forgiveness is Pisces choosing to put up boundaries around what happened to them in the past versus what their future can look like. And the sooner Pisces does this, the more swiftly, by the way, somebody could be in London or have visited Big Ben. Definitely, we've got a London skyline back here. And she's got a Indiana Jones fedora on, and she's got like a map and stuff that she's poring over, and books and such. This is all about an adventurer's spirit. I'm ready for my next adventure, and I don't want to look back at the past. That seems to be Pisces' brand of forgiveness, if you will. What already happened did happen, which that card said, and I choose to let myself heal from it because I choose to embark on the next adventure. And I refuse to let somebody who messed things up with me or mess with my mind and heart impact me in the long term. They don't have a right to do that. Hell no. I'm going to meet somebody wonderful, and I'm going to attract that, and I'm going to have a good time in love. I refuse to let my heart be broken and shattered so that I can't love anybody after this. Otherwise, the damage that was done to me will just stay with me. Well, that's not fair. I love the fact that this Pisces is looking at it as I am definitely not going to let something that happened to me, stay with me. I deserve better. And we have the Sun again. Could definitely be Pisces' best chapter of life is just now starting to blossom for them. Pisces' best chapter is just now starting to come to fruition. They're loving their life more. They're out in the sunshine more. They're singing songs. They're laughing more. I keep feeling like we get these adventurous and beach vibes, and we have the Sun card twice, so certainly there could be a Leo on the horizon. I feel like Pisces may have a really beautiful voice. Maybe they sing cute, fun joke songs, or maybe they're just learning to play, acoustic guitar, ukulele, or something. But there's this wonderful, kind, easygoing, fun energy here. And I just see Pisces as really happy with their life. They opened up the next chapter. The Tower comes in when we needed things to be shaken up, when we needed to drop the confining thought processes. I really feel like whomever this person is, they could have been an Aries. This is Pisces getting over them. And they do it the day that they allow forgiveness to wash over them. That's the day that their life starts to improve. That's the day that Pisces new like pathways open to them, because they finally stopped letting the ex live rent free in their head. Whomever, and this is, I mean, this is a tough story because this is somebody who did Pisces wrong somehow. But because of who Pisces is, because of their inner light, because of their inner strength, because of their adventurous spirit, because they have a kindness and a generosity inside of them that says, people mess up all the time. I hope that they grow and become a better person for somebody else, just not for me, but I'm moving on. All of that changes Pisces' entire trajectory of their own life into a much happier, more carefree. I keep feeling like Pisces starts like doing different things. They go to the beach, they meet other people, and they're not, guarded. Pisces got justice for themselves, right? They're looking in the mirror saying, how can I make this right for me? So I'm going to double down on what I said about forgiveness earlier. Pisces isn't feeling like I have to forgive the person who hurt me. Pisces is saying, I have to forgive my own poor self for having endured what I did. It's okay though, because I learned to stand up for myself and advocate that I deserve better. So I'm going to make things right for me. I'm going to get my justice by making sure that I want better and happier for myself, and that I connect with happier, kinder, more, emotionally available people. I'm going to make sure that I give myself the permission to go out and live my best life and enjoy my best life. This is not talking about overindulging or anything like that. I'm going to go out and buy lots of stuff for myself because I deserve it. It's not like retail therapy. It's literally, I'm allowed to be happy. I deserve to call in happiness and only deal with people that are happy. I wonder if Pisces maybe knew that they were dealing with an ex that had some problems, was kind of troubled, and maybe Pisces was like trying to, stay by their side, be a support network to them as they got themselves into trouble, because it's like, well, this person does care about me, so I'm supposed to have to sacrifice a ton to be there for them. But here it says this person also brought in drama, and ultimately it kind of looks like they were, I don't know if this person was playing like, I need your help, Pisces, you should stay with me, while simultaneously cutting Pisces down. It feels like there was some kind of a head trip, because this is hostile energies, wanting to win. This is using words as weapons or using silence to punish. I'm wondering if Pisces had like a bit of a head trip pulled on them, and this is them getting over that. For Pisces to say, I had to make it right for myself. I needed to put up a boundary with that kind of energy. I have a right to not feel guilty that I'm choosing happiness. And truthfully, I feel like somebody was gaslighting Pisces like crazy, and it worked for a while. It doesn't anymore. I love the fact that Pisces has a clear, healthy, happy relationship with somebody that is much more, we have the sun and the moon. And remember, we've had the sun twice. So very strong divine masculine energy matching with Pisces' own, in this case, beautiful divine feminine energy. This is the most perfect divine counterpart story. Someone who is very clear in their intentions, very supportive. They love who Pisces is. They love the differences in Pisces. This is that new lover. This is the King of Cups that Pisces is going to be meeting. They're calling in for themselves. They're calling in happiness, and I think it's something that's really true and authentic for what Pisces genuinely wants. Prior to that, I keep feeling like Pisces got hoodwinked into giving to a partner that was very selfish and maybe highly manipulative, and even guilt-tripped Pisces into thinking that Pisces wasn't allowed to call it quits. But thankfully, Pisces didn't allow that to happen, and they put a stop to it. And again, they didn't hold on to bitterness. They're like, that ex of mine had some problems, and I hope that they get further on their journey and heal. But as for me, I too deserve something good on my journey, and so I allow myself to move forward. That's how this feels. Oh my God, it's so much like liberation from the ex. And finally, Pisces is able to attract and enjoy this new, very divine counterpart. It's all because they were able to let go of that ex, though. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.